Let's turn this up.
I try not to look up, but good afternoon and welcome to the Indie Boomer Show. Mary Pat McKee, I publish the magazine Indie Boomer. I have a guest today, Jennifer Johnson.
Yay!
I'm so happy to have you here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
glad to be here.
Oh, my goodness. I know
here.
you are.
I'm just joking.
Jennifer and I have been friends for many, many years, and actually Jennifer's the reason that I even have the Indie Boomer Show. Well, besides that, though, before I thank you, you know who I need to thank.
Yes.
Is Logan's Street Signs and Banners and Jim Wofford, Movies in the Park, Hamilton County TV.
There you go.
Though that is why we are able to have this show, and we're very grateful for that. Yes. Jennifer, before we get talking, I'm very excited. We have our new, can we see it? The new Indie Boomer magazine. The July issue, yes.
I have my copy.
And
Woo!
I don't know if you can see from that, but it's the Wright brothers with John McDowell, Tim and Tom Wright, and then John, and just had a great time interviewing them. And you'll have to pick it up if you don't get a chance to get the magazine, which you can get at the libraries. We've got them at Prime Life Enrichment, which is a Hamilton County 55 and plus center. We have them at the library. Did I already say the library?
I don't know, but it's good to tell people that it's at the library because I didn't know that.
Yep, it is. And both the Fishers and Noblesville, and then there's only one copy at Carmel. Isn't that interesting? That's what they do. I guess they just keep it.
Oh, so nobody walks out with it.
Nobody walks out with that one.
see.
In Noblesville and Fishers, you can walk out with it. But anyway, you can also go to indieboomer.com and get a digital version. But if you're a true boomer, you're going to really want that hard copy to hold in your hands.
I'm a true boomer then.
A couple things, though, in this issue that I'm excited about. We did a article about the Beatles being at the State Fair 50 years ago, 1964. And actually, we had Tim was there, I believe. I can't remember how old he was, but he was a young teenager. And he wrote his view. And then we had another gentleman by the name of Zach Taylor, who used to be a writer for the Indianapolis Star.
Really?
Yeah, and he wrote his view. So you kind of get a couple different views of the Beatles and how inspiring the Beatles were to so many young people at that time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to say it was before my time, but I was too young to go. But I was still here. So hey, I didn't mean to go off on a
That's all
tangent.
right. Hey, I'm reading the magazine. You go keep talking. Just kidding.
Well, then you won't have anything to say. You have good reading for a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of good reading.
Jennifer, your company is
Yes.
Jennifer to the Rescue.
Yes.
Tell
it
us
is.
about that.
Oh my goodness, you didn't tell me I'd have to say much. I'm just kidding. Jennifer to the Rescue. Actually, the company is To the Rescue, but then
Okay.
everybody kind of was like, oh, you need to. So I added Jennifer, and it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Been in sales for many, many, many years
Yes.
and did a lot of different things that I really don't even remember how many years of selling different things, and started realizing that really what I was good at was connecting people and taking care of my customers, those that I'd sold whatever, but it was primarily in the insurance world.
Right. I have bought
And
insurance from you.
You did buy. That's right. You did.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I did was because of your customer service. You do a great job. You take care of your customers.
Thank you. That's cool. Well, I think in this state, it's rare a lot of times to know that, and that sometimes, a lot of times, it's not price. It's just if they sounds funny, know, trust, and like you, and if they feel like they are getting value for whatever they're paying,
Right.
they will. I mean, it depends on what it is, you know. I
Right.
mean, some situations, but generally speaking, I've kept a lot of clients over the years because of my customer service.
Well, and today, even with all the social media and everything we have, it's all about relationships.
Exactly.
And that's what you've developed through the customer service.
And the relationships are the reason that I, was able to keep being successful at whatever it was I was selling. And,
Right.
the relationships. And I'd be insuring somebody with, the mom and then the son and then the cousin and then that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's definitely. And how do you stay in front of those people when you're off trying to sell more to a new market? I mean,
Right. A different product, you mean?
Right. Well, just going out to using insurance as an example.
Okay,
Just
okay.
saying that, how do you stay in front of your current clients while you're out trying to get more, sell
Right.
more whatever.
Believe me, I
it
know
is. Yes,
what
and
you're talking about.
definitely with this. So I found over the years that cards and gifts and stuff like that. I mean, that is one thing. It's just keeping keeping you in front of them. You hear somebody died or somebody's sick, or you see in the paper that something, and it's
Or a birthday or a happy
birthdays,
occasion.
yes. So
Well, that's one of the big parts of what you do is to
Right.
send out cards. Because I know I
Yes.
use your service with the Boomer for that very reason, is because I need to keep in touch with people.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to speak to Boomers because that's what we do. But it's so nice to get something in the mail
yes, it is.
from somebody.
It
I know
is.
that sounds kind of silly, but I know baby boomers will understand that because it used to be we didn't have the internet and all of that, and the way you communicated a lot of times was through the mail.
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
it is. And when you get a real card and gift, and you know that it's not an email, or I'm not condemning e-cards.
No,
but
they
I'm
have-
just
they have their-
saying-
they have their
yes,
place. They
yes.
have
and
their
I
place.
email people, say thank you for doing this or doing that or being my
Well,
guest.
when
or-
I had Gary Dick on the cover back, I think it was the January issue,
Mm-hmm.
he wrote me a handwritten note thanking me
That's nice.
for that. Yes, it was very nice. And it's just that little extra touch. He didn't have to do that. But it meant a lot to me that he was,
And just
liked
think,
it.
you're now talking about that, and then if somebody's watching your show and they're saying, boy, that guy's a nice guy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
even though maybe we all know who he is a little bit, just so it
Yeah.
is. But that's one of the reasons. Just people want to feel connected. They want to know that you care. They want to know all those kind of things. So that real card, that real gift, that card with potentially a picture in it or something, those are the things that I've always done, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. I just
Isn't that
was
funny?
doing it.
Yeah.
I looked for something to help me expedite that process because I'd sit there for hours at the holidays or, after a birthday or whatever and writing out all these. So send out cards, just to kind of say it, sendoutcards.com. Actually, if you go to my website, it actually has that on there as well. But anyway, you can personalize those cards. So
Oh, definitely. And I've used it to thank some folks that have either written for the Boomer or been on the Boomer or whatever the situation is.
Cool.
But the good part with send out cards, or at least what I'm finding, is that it's easy.
it is easy.
I had a learning curve, which I'll be honest, but now I've got it. I will put it. I have a list when a new issue comes out. I have to do the
Yeah.
Facebook, and I have to do this, and I have to do that, and send out cards is on my list of something I need to do.
Oh, cool. That's what
Well,
it-
every time
good
because
for you.
I don't want to. See, the other problem with being a baby boomer is we tend to forget. So if I don't have it, I know
never
I'm the
forget.
only one in that scenario.
I never forget.
Well,
Yes.
I don't forget if I write it down, so that's why
That's cool.
that's why it's on my list. So I think it's really important.
Just a real quick comment. I
Sure.
talk to people all the time. So when you're asking what Jennifer to the Rescue is, I work with people, companies, individuals, whatever, trying to just find those tools that help. And part of it is the send out cards, obviously.
Right.
But they will always say, well, I need to do this, this, and this. And it's the discipline. I can't teach you to be disciplined like
Right.
writing your letter or your
Your list. Uh-huh.
But what a great thing that you write your list. So if everybody would just say, hey, I need to write a list. I've got people, it's just that discipline. And I'm looking at them saying, I can give you the tools. I keep saying this, lead you to water. But if
Can't
you
make 'em
don't want to
drink.
it's obviously something you have to put down. And
Right.
for us,
Yep.
indie boomers.
Yeah.
But definitely that's the discipline thing right there. That
Yeah.
is hard. Can't do that for you.
No, exactly. Hey, you know what? We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll talk some more about this.
I guess I'll come back. I'm joking. I'll come back.
I might let her come back.
All right. I would definitely like to.
Paid to Save?
No.
Paid to Save is a cool new way to save big right now at merchants without paying anything up front. By now, you've probably seen daily deal sites and are wondering, how is Paid to Save different? With Paid to Save, you can reserve a deal without buying anything up front. You can redeem your deal right now, and you'll save 50%, 80%, or even 100%. Here's how it works. Simply launch our iPhone or Android app to find a great deal. Lock it in to reserve it just for you. And check in before the deal ends to redeem it and save big. That's it. Just incredible deals right now. And what makes Paid to Save even better is that merchants love it too. Since they can control the amount, the number available, and timing of the deals, they are happy to serve you when you come through their door. So grab the Paid to Save app from the Android Market or App Store and start saving big and exploring the world around you. Is Paid to Save.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
We're back. We are. So glad to have everyone back. Hey, talking here with Jennifer Johnson. I'm Mary Pat McKee, published Indie Boomer magazine. The July issue just came out. We're talking a little bit about that. Talking a little about what Jennifer does and that kind of thing. A couple things I wanted to point out, though, in the magazine in the July issue is we have a special, so to speak, with Albula. I always say that wrong. Can you say it? Albula?
I think it's Albula.
Albula, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Fitness center. They just opened a new fitness center, and it's open to anybody. They've got a pool. I mean, if you see it, they've got
Anybody?
Yeah.
I live around the corner from that. Okay.
Well, they want to join. They want memberships.
Okay.
So you can't go unless you have money. No, I'm just teasing. The memberships are very reasonable too. But I mean, it's a pool, it's a workout, it's a hot tub, it's basically everything you need to try and help keep in shape. Excuse me, and boomers definitely need to keep in shape. The travel page this time is about adventures in Michigan.
Wow.
Close to home. This is the first one that we've done really a close to home travel article. Very interesting. Scott really breaks it out into different days and what you can do and that kind of thing. Talking about staging in the housing page, how important staging is when you're trying to sell your home and that kind of thing. So anyway, lots of different articles in the Boomer. Hope that you get a copy of it. You can always get a digital version at indieboomer.com.
Definitely need to check it out. It's great.
I am so sorry. My throat is dry for some reason. Jennifer, we were talking about send-out cards, and you were talking about customer service. Take it from there, and where did all of that lead you?
That's a good point. We start talking on the break, and there's so many things we're talking about. We want to get. Been in sales and insurance for years, started using send-out cards, started realizing, oh my goodness, I don't like insurance. I like my customers. I like all that, I like being that relationship, obviously. We've already talked about that. But then started realizing that all these people I'd connected with for years, I was connecting them more through the cards, and then I'm a musician, so I'm singing all over the
haven't
place.
even talked about that
I
yet.
know, my music has been the thing that's always put me out in front of people. I don't mind singing. I'd rather sing than speak on a television or an internet television. No, it's
you have your own show. You haven't even told them that.
I do have my own show, and it was actually started that just shortly before you started yours, I think, and
could be.
just realized that I had all these people that I'd worked with for years through different businesses and different things that needed to know each other.
Right.
So the connecting thing is what I've got, and music in my mind connects all of us, kind of. So I can go in and I can sing and do some stuff, and then if I introduce somebody, they say, "Oh yeah, she's that singing lady." Yeah, that's okay. So that has always been kind of a door opener for me.
It's better they say you're a singing lady than some other things.
Yeah, there you go. So it's been, I'd rather be called the singing lady. Yeah. But so you asked so all of a sudden, not really all of a sudden, I think it's after years of being out there and just realizing I don't like to sell. I like to sell connecting. I like to sell
You're
help.
the connector.
The connector.
Maybe we should call you the connecting woman or the connection woman.
The connection woman.
Yes.
And so then when I started realizing that there's people like you, now just listen to me for a minute.
There's not many people.
But there are a lot of people in my life who didn't know each other.
Yes.
Didn't know other people that I knew, and I'm starting to introduce these people, and I'm starting to realize, oh my goodness. So actually a couple of years ago, started a networking group here in the north side, on the north side in Noblesville, and it turned out that all the people in the group, not all of them, pretty much the majority though, came in and instantly, or over time anyway, have connected with each other, and we just
what it's all
recently.
about.
It was just, it's been amazing. So we have this networking group, and so Jennifer to the Rescue to me has been, I think, kind of it's a marketing necessity almost, kind of like, whether you use the send out cards, whether you become a member of the networking group, or you go on the website and see all my preferred vendors and those kind of things. I just want to be a resource and kind of that trusted advisor to,
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, tell us, when is the networking group? And tell us a little bit about that in case you're inviting people, yes?
Yes,
To
we'd
come?
love to have people come. It
Okay.
is an industry exclusive thing, so a group, so meaning that we have one lawyer.
I was just going to say, you have
And
one
we
real
ha-
estate
one
person,
real
one
estate-
lawyer, one, yeah.
So call me or email me or go to my website and connect with me, and just make sure that that if you did come, that you're not conflicting with
Conflicting with
somebody.
anyone else.
And that's kind of
What-
important. It's Wednesday mornings.
Wednesday mornings, Jim Dandy,
Jim Dandy here
What
in
time?
Noblesville
What time?
at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Tell us your website.
Well, you would actually just go to jennifertotherescue.com. I
Okay.
think it's going to be.
I mean, if they want to contact you,
Oh, that's
what's
it.
the best way?
jennifertotherescue.com.
Okay.
Or my cell phone number is actually, it's not quite that long, but it's 317-513-6823. Forget those 4 nines.
We're having some trouble with the help around
The-
here.
Yeah, the guy behind the curtain. No, it's just, but they could do that. They can call me. We do have a Facebook page that's out there, and it's not, well, I have a bunch of, Facebook pages, but for the networking group, it's Northside Networking, I
Okay.
believe, that there's one that's out. But anyway, just connect with me, isn't that the word? I feel like I help people connect, and I also help them celebrate. So whether it's sending a card or sending a singing telegram to your, or maybe connecting on my show that's Hamilton County TV,
Yes.
Jennifer to the Rescue. And I also,
And what time is the show?
it's on
Wednesdays?
Wednesdays from 12 to whenever. It's just kind of a couple segments.
Okay.
Just did it
Very
before this.
just like this. Yeah.
And then we also, you and I both have our shows on Radio Next as
Yes.
well,
Yes.
which is on radionext.tv, and it's on the Cool Stream.
Yeah.
And that's on Thursdays.
Cool Groove.
Oh, goodness sake. Cool Groove, which is
I
live
love
streaming.
that station. Listen to it at home all the time.
It's a great station.
It really is.
And we thank people like H.B. Bell there, and
Mm-hmm.
here Jim Wofford at the wonderful Wofford Theater and Logan
Exactly.
Street Signs and Banners.
Exactly.
And did I take over? Didn't
no,
mean
you did
to.
a fabulous job.
Thank you
you so
for-
much for
you're
coming.
welcome. You're
a
welcome.
good friend.
Yes, you
We'll
are.
have
too.
you. We'll see you another time.
We will. I hope.
Bye bye.
Bye.